Hey guys, my name's CJ Gaming and today I'm back with another video and today I'm about 24 on my F1 2019 career mode here for the Chinese Grand Prix in Season 2 on my Williams career mode. If you didn't watch the last video, I don't really suggest you go watch it, to be honest. It was really awful quality, really bad, but we got rain in qualifying to start off with at least. Yeah, so that's going to be a bit of a struggle for us as the AI are actually upgraded. Going into this Grand Prix, the AI, there was a patch, the 1.05 patch, which has improved the AI in the rain and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit harder. Also made our Williams car like really bad, like worse than what it already is. So that's a bit unfortunate. I mean, with aerodynamics, we've like half the, well, like we've dropped down. We was second best, now we're fifth best. So it's not actually that bad. We're not too far away from Mercedes either, but yeah, we're still, like, we've still been taken away for the aerodynamics, which is a bit unfortunate. Like, that's where we upgraded the car the most, and it's like, yeah, we've been shafted there. I mean, it's making the game more realistic and making the Williams like worse. We're still the worst chassis as well, still slowly closing up to racing points. But we're actually not the worst powertrain. That's actually been upgraded. But yeah, after practice, we do get a pretty decent amount of resource points, to be honest with you. So I'm happy with that. I think we get about 500 resource points. I'm not really sure, can't remember. We'll find out in about 2 seconds. 451, so in the middle of it, literally what I just said. So yeah, that's a pretty decent amount of resource points. So that's going to give us 592. Still not enough for a minor upgrade on either way. We are probably going to like get an ERS upgrade. Actually, we're going to fix that chassis upgrade, to be honest, before we go into the qualifying for the Chinese Grand Prix. But yeah, speaking of which, let's go into qualifying for the Chinese Grand Prix.
Welcome to Shanghai, China, for what I've no doubt is going to be a fantastic F1 qualifying session. With the weather as it is today, Anthony Davidson, we have, to some extent, to throw the form book out of the window. Who do you see having the advantage on this slippery, unpredictable track surface?
The trouble is, Crofty, they need to be thinking about the race tomorrow. You don't want to go jacking up the ride heights and piling on a few points of extra downforce that you're not going to want in the Grand Prix itself. The Parc Fermé regulations mean that you have to make that choice. The best thing the drivers can do is adapt with the tools they have available in the cockpit. Moving the brake bias forward will help stop the rear end slipping out under braking, and opening up the differential can really help tame the oversteer on corner exit. The drivers that can make best use of these techniques will have the best chance for success here today.
Here we are in Q1. This is our first run in the rain in Q1. We haven't set a lap time yet, but we're so slow. But through the whole lap, we've got held by Butler so much. So it goes as P6, which is actually last place. This is our this is our final run in Q1. It's going to be the full run, so that's not really a good sign. I think I might have just put it in just because it's quite a fast lap, but I highly doubt that. We've got Weber in front of us, so that might even give us some slipstream, depending on if we can stay close to him down the back straight. That should be very helpful. But yeah, we're currently still last. Even Giovinazzi's in front of us, so that's pretty, like, that's a bit bad, considering Giovinazzi in the Racing Point. It's a bit of a shame. Racing Point is probably my favourite team, even though they've got Lance Stroll. Yeah, it's my favourite team in real life, well, because of Perez. But yeah, they're even there in front of us, so that was a really bad lap time on the wets. They've also set their lap. They haven't set their lap time yet on the soft tyres. We're second to last. That will finish our lap time as we've got one car behind us. But yeah, we've about 4 corners to go, 4 or 5 corners to go. Going to the end of this second sector. We're not purple. We are currently still green, so it's not going to be us in pole position. I mean, I was highly doubting we would anyway. Now we're on this long right-handed before the back straight. If you get a bad exit, you're going to lose a little bit of time. So you go through here. We unfortunately lost some slipstream from Weber, which is very unfortunate. DRS, how fast we will be going at the end of this straight? 214 miles an hour. I think we just clipped it. But Weber and Hamilton, they're going side by side through the hairpins. So that's going to hold Weber up so much. Hamilton's already set his lap time, so he set the fastest lap time. That's why he pulled into the pit. But Weber got held up a little bit. Magnussen has been passed by Giovinazzi. We actually crossed the line and go P16 for the Chinese Grand Prix. That's really bad. We've not managed to get into Q2. and we are out of qualifying for the Chinese Grand Prix. Not really that good. Where did Russell come? Russell's also out. He actually qualified 19th. So the two Williams, the two Racing Points, and K-Mag are all the retirements, well, eliminations from qualifying 1. So, I mean, it's not actually that bad. I'm not that down about that result. Our team, I think, managed to get through, so it goes to show that our car still isn't that good around this track. It's pretty much the powertrain and the aerodynamics. So yeah, we just need to upgrade the powertrain more. Aerodynamics wise, we're still probably the best we probably will get. I mean, we can get a lot better, but yeah, we just need to keep upgrading and get more resource points. But with that patch, it's made it a little bit harder. We probably would, if we'd done this race before the patch, we probably definitely would have gone into Q2. It was only 16th, so it's not really that big of a difference. But the qualifying's only half the story. Let's go into the race for the Chinese Grand Prix.
It's time to find out which driver is up to the task of claiming the Chinese Grand Prix. We're here in Shanghai. Shanghai International Circuit then, a 16-corner high-speed thrill ride. The long and ever-tightening right-hander at turns 1 and 2 tests a driver's patience, and the flat, open to the elements location, tests their skill in a crosswind. 2 DRS zones will assist passing, and overtaking is available into turn 1 and, of course, down the kilometre-long back straight into the hairpin at turn 14. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. As with all the drivers at this level, they have a lot of ambition. But Formula One's a daunting step up from any other series, so expectations are high right from the start.
That's right, it is a difficult environment to come into. In junior categories, you're competing against drivers with similar levels of experience. But some of these guys in Formula One have been there for over a decade. But I have to say, in this case, it's so far so good.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Butler, Charles Leclerc and Faber, Gasly, Hülkenberg, Vettel and Sergio Perez, Albon, Norris, Daniel Ricciardo and Sainz, Joker, Stroll, Antonio Giovinazzi and George Russell. Grosjean and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
So here we are, sat on the grid ahead of the Chinese Grand Prix. We've actually moved up a position because Grosjean has taken a grid penalty. It's going to be a one-stop strategy like we did in Bahrain, a mediums to the hard, underfield in the car like normal. But yeah, we're up in the P15, still not the best qualifying position. I mean, pole's the best qualifying position, but you get what I mean. Turn 1 is going to be a little bit of chaos. Hopefully what happened in Season 1 happens again, where Weber got spun out while Weber was at his Alfa Romeo. So hopefully that happens again. I highly doubt it, because that was just a little bit of a, I don't know, not a glitch, but like a miscommunication with the AI and the coding and stuff. I'm not sure what it was, to be honest. I'm just chatting out my arse. But hopefully that happens. That is a nice shot, may I just say. I like that shot very much. But yeah, good start. Turn 1's not really an overtaking spot. I highly doubt, if we get points, that'll be pretty good. Our car's still a bit draggy, especially with that patch I found. So yeah, aerodynamic upgrades are going to be needed to get us back to where we was. We didn't really need them before, but now we need them more than we did. But yeah, as we line up on the grid at the Chinese Grand Prix, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. Lights out and away we go. Here in Shanghai, we've had an alright start, but then as soon as we go into like 3rd or 4th gear, everyone just mugs us off. I've noticed that about a lot. But we're going to go round the outside into turn 1 of a couple of cars. One of the Daniel Ricciardo, Sainz, one of the Torossos, as well as the Haas and one of Norris. We've actually managed to gain, I think we're up to the points now. We're up to P10 off that start. We've still got Perez in the Haas right beside us, so he's actually pushed us off the track there nearly. We're actually going to dive up the inside of Sebastian Vettel and Gasly. So we was fighting Gasly most of last race. We're actually still side by side going into the S section for the start. Well, on lap 1, he's actually backed out of the move. So we've actually gained 7 positions there off the on lap 1, so that's a very fantastic start. Hulkenberg's ahead of us. I highly doubt we'll be able to catch him because look, he's already pulled away as Gasly's now going up our inside. With the power, he's pulled out of our slipstream, so he doesn't even need power to get past us. So look at that car go. Under braking, we're better though. We can brake a little bit later because we're going to go around the outside, and well, we've held position of P8 just for now. A lap later though, we're slowly getting well, slowly losing touch to Hulkenberg. Here comes Gasly once again up the inside into the hairpin. This is like we happened in season 1. The hairpin is where all the action is. I mean, it's pretty much, if you look at the track, that's pretty much what you'd think. But yeah. Vettel actually managed to get past Gasly. He's actually managed to get past us as well into the final corner. We're going to push him out wide. Hopefully Gasly can have a little go on Vettel heading to turn 1 and slow them up. But on lap 4 now, Vettel is now having a look up there inside into turn 1. We're going to hold it around his outside. Oh, he's got so much more like aerodynamic. Right, yeah, he's just got more downforce, more chassis. He can rotate the car a little bit more. And unfortunately, I think that's us losing position. We've also lost some of our front wing. I'm not sure how. It's probably off the start sometime. I didn't even notice it, but yeah, we've got a little bit of a yellow front wing, so that's not going to be like very good. We're going to lose a little bit of pace because of that. And speaking of which, I'm going on to lap 5. Here comes Gasly around our outside into turn 1. Well, heading up to turn 1 at least. He's going to go around the outside, under braking. We do manage to get him, understeering very wide, going very deep. And Gasly's actually, well, Perez actually, I don't know. He's gone for the under and over on us. We got the inside line for turn 3, and there we go. We've managed to get back up into P9 and hold on to position as we got actually like chaos behind us. Not sure what's going on there. A lot of stuff was happening, but now down the back straight on that same lap, Gasly's managed to just glance past us and going into the braking zone, braking a lot later than the Frenchman. Round is outside. We're going to hold it, and we're still going to keep the position. Back up into P9 we go. And yeah, 2 points on the board if we stay where we are. But we do have 22 laps to go in this Grand Prix. So I'm highly doubting, 23 laps actually. I'm highly doubting that we will finish in P9. But going into turn 1 of lap 6, we've actually spanned Gasly out. And one of the Tauruses ploughed into the side of the Frenchman. Carnage behind us. And that's given us a little bit of a gap. I mean, I left him room. He still could have gone on the curb. But I'd say that he spat out a little bit, and that gives us a little bit of a breather. It only takes until lap 9 to Perez to catch up to us. That Haas is so fast this season. I'm a bit jealous of Perez, to be honest with you. Going into the hairpin, it looks like we've lost the position to the Mexican. We give him a little love tap up the rear, and yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. We've lost the position to the Mexican driver, but this is on the same corner. This is our teammate pulling off the track as he's now going to retire from the Grand Prix, which is very unfortunate. It's not going to be a double finish for Williams, so hopefully it doesn't happen to our car. Hopefully we manage to keep the yeah, hopefully we manage to stay in this race and not retire. But lap 13, we're coming in for our first pit stop, well, our one and only pit stop. We're going to go onto a set of hard tyres, and we're going to go for 15 laps on them bad boys. So hopefully that happens. Yeah, hopefully we need a good pit stop. I mean, we've got the level 3 efficiency, so I mean, it's going to be a good pit stop whatsoever. It's going to be a 1.8 second, pretty decent. I'll take that. We're going to come out in the pit in P14 as the cars behind us all came in on the same lap as us. But Gasly's now in. The undercut has worked massively for us. Look at that undercut. We've actually managed to gain a lot of time over the AI. But with this wing damage, I feel like we're going to get caught very easily because we didn't actually repair the wing. But it takes until lap 19 for Norris now to have a little look up our inside, going into hairpin. He's got the inside line, under braking. Will we be able to hold around the outside like we did throughout the whole Grand Prix so far and in Season 1? This is like, I keep referring to Season 1, but this is basically a carbon copy of what's happened. So yeah, it's pretty decent. But now a lap later, Norris is having another go. He's not as far up, he's not that far, he's not as far as getting the move done as he was the lap before. That's what I'm trying to say. But we've got 9 laps, well basically 8 laps to go. Make that 6 now. Let's make that 7. Now we managed to skip a couple of laps without being overtaken. But here comes Norris once again, fighting for the final points pen position. I'm not sure what's happened to Gasly. He's just dropped off by the looks of the mini map. I'm not sure what's happened to him. Magnussen is getting very close to us. We're holding ourselves up, and Magnussen is getting very, very close. Round the outside, going into the final corner. Norris is still there. He is going to have DRS. Oh, we're going to have DRS actually. There we've activated DRS. We're going to slip to his outside, heading up to turn 1. But Magnussen, we're going to go 3 wide into turn 1. There we go. We've got Magnussen up the inside of both of us. We're going to super around the outside of Norris. Are we going to be able to get the inside line into turn 3 of Magnussen? Yes, we are. We go a little bit deep. This will give Norris a chance to go side by side with us. We cut across the British driver. And there we go. What a defensive drive. Well, a defensive move from me, if I do say so myself. I mean, it's an overtaking, but we was getting the position that we just lost back. So I'll say that's a defensive move. But yeah, it takes until lap 25 for Norris to have another. Oh, actually, no, it's Carlos Sainz. He's come out of nowhere, and he's going to have a little go. He's in our slipstream with DRS. We've got DRS actually. Why have we got DRS? I don't know why we have DRS. That's a bit strange. But he's actually lunged up our inside into the hairpin. I wasn't expecting that, but nothing come about that. Well, nothing come from that. But with 3 laps left, lap 26 now. We've got basically 3 more chances for the AI to overtake us. 3 more chances to defend from. And hopefully that can happen as we go down this back straight. Here goes Sainz with the DRS. He's just bloody hell. He's pulled up like so far ahead of us. Are we going to be late on the brakes up the inside? Yes, we are. A little bit of a audacious move there. A little fat lunge. Jeez, like a really big lunge. I don't know if we've damaged him, Carlos Sainz's front wing. I don't think so. He didn't lose much time from me going up his inside again. But with 2 laps left, down the back straight once again, just like the lap before. He's got the inside line, but we're going to actually go around the outside. We're actually going to go 3 wide into hairpin. Magnussen out of nowhere has joined us. We're actually going to go 4 wide. There's 4 of us have come about on this. Norris is just chilling behind us now. But going into the final corner, we're going to cut across Sainz and Magnussen. And yeah, that was a pretty chaotic thing, chaotic moment going on to the final lap. Here comes Sainz, up or inside into the final corner. We need to hold on to the position. We're going to lift off a little bit more than we would normally would. Have the inside line for turn 2. There we go. That's where the AI are a bit slower. That's a bit of a tactic, if anyone wants to know. Just lift off a little bit more and then dive up the inside into turn 2 as they go a little bit wider. But Lewis Hamilton, as we're going to defend from Carlos Sainz once again. Lewis Hamilton wins the Chinese Grand Prix like he did in real life. Here comes Sainz, and now here comes Magnussen. Are we going to be able to hold on to P11, well P10, for this Chinese Grand Prix with 1 corner to go? Yes, we are. We managed to get the position back, both from Carlos Sainz and Magnussen. And around the final corner, we're going to come home for another points paying position. This is already better than what we did in Season 1. We had no points in Season 1 at this point of the season. So, considering we've already got like 17, is that 17? We've got points in every single Grand Prix at least anyway. Not sure how many points we actually are on. But yeah, very, very good start to the season. Hopefully we can carry this momentum going into Azerbaijan and then Spain. Monaco, I mean in Monaco should be, unless we have a really, really bad qualifying session, Monaco should be an easy point, just depending on the strategy and in the rain. If there's rain, then it's going to be a little bit harder. But yeah, hopefully we can carry these points paying positions going further. Max Verstappen unfortunately misses out on the podium there as he climbs out of his car in P4. But Lewis Hamilton wins, Bottas was second, and Charles Leclerc was third. Like what Season 1, we still only have Mercedes and Ferrari. We've not had like any other. Well, actually, I'm lying. We've had Haas, to be honest. I'm an idiot. We've already had a better selection of podium drivers this season than we did last season, so that's fantastic, especially for a racer. We've got, I say, 4 teams fighting for the championship this year. We are hoping to get our car good enough throughout the season, so in Season 3 we can be fighting for the championship in this Williams car, depending on the upgrades from the AI. But yeah, Sergio Perez actually come 9th, so that's not the best result for the Haas. Weber's come 5th, so that's pretty decent. They got 12 points in total from that Grand Prix. We only get 1, as George Russell actually got, well, we DNF, which is a bit unfortunate. In the Drivers' Championship, we've moved down to P8. In the Constructors, we've been overtaken by Red Bull. We won 23 points, they're on 32, so that's a bit unfortunate there. So Russell needs to get some good results. So do we. We need to get better results, but Russell still needs to get some points on the board, like more than he already has. I think he's only got. Has he even got any points this Grand Prix? I don't know if he's got any points this season. But you're really cutting your way through the field today. What was your strategy? The aero package is fantastic. It's the best in the field. You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled. I'm thrilled with their support during the race. I couldn't do it without this great team behind me, to be honest. That gives us some sportsmanship. That's actually what I'm heading towards as an achievement for sportsmanship. If you get it all the way to the sportsmanship, like all the way to the left, you get an achievement. If you get it all the way to the right, you get another achievement. So that's what I'm hoping to be able to get while I'm like going through this career mode. at least the sportsmanship. Showmanship, I'm not that key. I don't really mind. I mean, I probably will go for it because I love getting achievements. I love getting, like, I won't just play a game for the sake of it. I like going for something, if you get what I mean. Like this, I'm going for, like, well, so far I've just upgraded my car, but I'm going for the title and stuff like that.
I don't think we can have any complaints.
Yeah, there's like actually a purpose of going stuff. We've got 923 resource points after that Grand Prix though. Enough of me rambling on. We're already we're nearly halfway through this sportsmanship, so we should be there by the end of the season, maybe, depending on what happens. But yeah, we got 923 resource points. That's enough for a minor upgrade for every department that we want to go for. We might go for powertrain, or we might go for chassis. Aerodynamics, I don't see a point. We've already got an aerodynamic part going on the car. Just for now, I was really torn between if I go for chassis or powertrain. But I think right now the chassis is the worst. It's what we're the worst at. So I think we might go for this minor upgrade for the chassis. I mean, all these chassis upgrades that we had available minor. We will have 3 upgrades hopefully going on the car for Azerbaijan, the next Grand Prix. So that should give us a massive boost going into that weekend. If we get any of these, if we get all 3 of these upgrades, especially that major aerodynamic upgrades, that will help so much. But let's go into Azerbaijan just to see if these parts go on the car. And by the looks of it, the 2 chassis upgrades actually went on the car, so not too shabby. But the rear downforce, the major one, it's not really that important around this track. The chassis is more important around this track than the aerodynamics, but that's going to be important going into Spain. So that's what we're going to focus all our resource points on from this next episode. But anyway, I've been CJ Gaming. That's been this Chinese Grand Prix. Next up is Azerbaijan. I've been CJ Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.